I wanted to talk to you about the giants today. Okay, so the seed of the giant is okay. The seed of the giant goes way back where all the prophets were around and stuff like that. They wanted to rule the world, and if you watch that TV series, it's called The House of David. The scene where the mother of this giant, she had four, I think, and she told them that she was the last of your kind. Okay, but there were 12. If you look online now, there's 12 giants that they were created initially. Okay. And there's the one who oppressed humanity, and they've done a lot of horrible things to humanity and whatnot, and that's why they were being annihilated. And in that story, initially they wanted to repent. They wanted to come back to God and asking God for mercy, and asking him to forgive them what they've done, and because they said what our forefathers have done has nothing to do with us, and they did want it to change, but then they continued to do other things that upset it, really, God, right? That's why God decided to kind of get rid of them, The flood story, it was the retaliation. God wanted to annihilate them, and that was the story of the flood. So basically, that's the first time that God's, really proactively wanted to get rid of them, Then they survived the flood, They were helped, they had help. So the seed end up surviving the flood because they have help. There is the giants. These giants, the Olympian gods, which is like including Zeus and other gods, Athena and all of that, are the gods are the gods that were after the giant, because Zeus killed a few and stuff, and then Gaia was upset. When Gaia was upset, and because they annihilated these, so she created 12 more giants, okay, to offset the 12 Olympian gods, okay, and so I'm just making an assumption here. I'm not really sure, but I'm just have to do research on this a little bit more. Because the Olympian gods are associated with the sun, and these 12 other gods associated with the moon, but they were created, So it's like, I think they are part of creation, because they're part of the tree, because if you look at the tree of life and the tree of life and the tree of death, there is Odin. He governed the upper part of the tree, or Kali or Ma Kali, she governed the lower part of the tree, or the middle part of the tree where the giants are. Okay, so part of me, they say maybe they're not really enemies. Because they're created to create a balance, You know what I mean? Because, darkness and light and stuff. They were created. They're part of creation. But I believe there is three. There are giants that are ruling the earth. Okay? They're not part of creation. They were is going to be punished, and they are the problem. Okay? This is my assumption. Okay? If you look at that, what information I'm giving you, and also just if you look online, also what's the giant fear of? Who do they fear? And you can even, Google it, and it will tell you there's 12, and there are other 12 Olympians, So 12 and 12, So anyhow, each god, these giants are all governing in one area, and they said they are, part of the astral. They govern some of the astral aspect, right? And yeah, so that's kind of, I've been kind of looking at, I've been looking at this information. And I would kind of like ask questions, Then, okay, what else? I told you about who the giants fear, and yeah. So they govern also the spiritual life and death. It's like the aspect of life and death. That why one is life and one is death. They die. There's a die off. And yeah, so you should also so the giant of the earth who are currently governing, they control these giants, if part of your creation, because they embody some of the same energy. And there's a way to kind of get rid of their oppressive magic or witchcraft they do to you. You know what I mean? Because they call these aspect of you without you knowing. And if you saw that TV show, the House of David. And then when they were going at war, the giant was trying to avenge for his mother, and he said he had a skull with blood in it, and he enchanted like witchcraft on Saul, and Saul went crazy, and because they are the one who uses witchcraft. Who uses witchcraft now? In this program, who does witchcraft on you? You understand what I'm trying to tell you? These are the giants from that part. I know you're going to say, but no, they did escape the flood. This time, you know what? God loses hope on these people, and they will send the angels to destroy them. Because they sent the flood and stuff like that, and there won't be any flood. It will be something else, more destructive coming this time. They won't be escaping. Because we all run in a different frequency. And these angels will follow the frequency of these beings. So they will follow the frequency of these beings. So they, some, people says, oh, angels make a mistake. No. Angels don't make a mistake because they follow a frequency. If God says, go to this person, they know that person run on this frequency. it run on a specific frequency, right? And yeah, it run on a specific frequency. So no way they'll make a mistake. Okay. So that's what I want to tell you. So now God, when they send these angels to go after them, they will run out. It doesn't matter wherever they go, they'll be found because they run on that specific frequency, you know? And that's exactly how it happened, you know? It will happen, you know, because you understand how God operates. This is how, because God made us. He knows what our frequencies like, you know? So whatever they do, there is no, you know, they can run, hide, whatever. They're gonna come. It's gonna come to them. They're gonna come to them because their frequency will be found regardless wherever they go. Okay, so that's my take on the giants. So yeah, let me know. What do you think? Does this make sense to you? All right, because yeah, that's what this is what I'm thinking is going to happen.